On our broadcast here tonight, the final week, it all comes down to this, a marathon, 7 days to go. Now the all-out campaign for those battleground states, rain or shine, day and night, stormy weather and early winter in the east as a big blast moves in, affecting millions of people, traffic, power, even the World Series. Free fall, small businesses, millions of them taking a big hit during the financial crisis. Do they get a lifeline? Fighting the Pain, our series on the all too common pain that millions put up with. Tonight, how to whip it without surgery. Also tonight, the polls tell us most folks think the country's on the wrong track these days. Tonight, we'll hear from the people who say things are okay the way they are. Nightly News begins now.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
Good evening. John McCain these days likes to joke that he's got the Obama campaign right where he wants him. He likes to say he's been down before. He's the survivor of a near-death experience, both as a POW and a politician. But these days are a test of the McCain campaign. The electoral map looks grim. Time is running out. They're sniping within his own campaign, aimed at his own VP nominee, Sarah Palin. And today, even the weather conspired against him. At the same time, the Obama campaign is out to close the deal and play out the clock, with now 1 week to go until we elect a new president. We have both campaigns covered tonight, beginning with NBC's Lee Cowan in Harrisonburg, Virginia this evening, traveling with the Obama campaign. Lee, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. You know, there's a lot of things you can count on during the final week of a presidential campaign, but weather is not one of them. So today, when Barack Obama went on the offense on taxes and on health care, he had to do battle with a lot more than just John McCain. Call it 40 degrees with a stiff wind that made it feel like 33. Add in a cloudburst or two, and the outdoor rally for some 9,000 people outside Philadelphia today turned into a test of will Barack Obama couldn't resist.
When times are tough, when it's cold, when it's rainy, when it's hard, that's when we stand up. That's when we reach for a better future.
Soggy Delaware County is one of the few places near Philly where registered Republicans still outnumber registered Democrats. But less than a week out, the Obama campaign sees the economy as the reason it may score big here, even in pockets of red.
John McCain's ridden shotgun as George Bush has driven our economy towards a cliff. And now he wants to take the wheel and step on the gas.
After drying out, Obama headed to rural Virginia, where he hit John McCain on health care, claiming one of McCain's economic advisors said that the health plans most get from their employers are actually better than what the Republican nominee is offering.
It took until the last 7 days of this election for his campaign to finally admit the truth. But better late than never.
But the McCain camp charges Obama deliberately twisted the remark and took it out of context. It was hardly as contentious during Michelle Obama's appearance on The Tonight Show. Those 30-minute commercials on the economy that Obama plans to air across 3 networks tomorrow night apparently had their oldest daughter, Malia, a little concerned.
She says, "You're going to be on all the TV?" She said, "Are you going to interrupt my TV?"
In addition to that big ad buy, the senator will also be on The Daily Show tomorrow night. And in Florida late tomorrow night, he holds his first joint campaign rally with Bill Clinton. Lee Cowan, NBC News, Harrisonburg, Virginia.
This is Kelly O'Donnell traveling with John McCain and Sarah Palin.
Thank you.
Their day began inside a hockey arena.
Joe the chocolate maker.
Stop 1, Hershey, Pennsylvania. But McCain and Palin postponed their second rally at an outdoor baseball field due to weather, canceling before Obama's rain-soaked event. Advisors say they wanted to spare their supporters. The other storm of the day, bluster over another Joe Biden comment. McCain argues that Biden moved the target for tax cuts. Instead of earners making below $250,000, Biden suggested tax cuts should go to those working for far less.
It should go like it used to. It should go to middle-class people, people making under $150,000 a year.
For McCain, that fits the case he's trying to build, that Obama would raise taxes on more families and small businesses than the Democrats claim.
You getting an idea what's on their mind? A little sneak peek. It's interesting how their definition of rich has a way of creeping down.
The Obama campaign called McCain's charge desperate. McCain's newest ad, out today, focuses on the divide over taxes.
Your choice for higher taxes, for working Joes. Spread your income. Keep what's yours.
For McCain, aides say this final week is about selling experience and reassurance.
Senator Obama is running to be redistributionist in chief. I'm running to be commander in chief.
And Brian McCain also stopped here in North Carolina, a state Republicans traditionally count on for victory. Advisors say they have a lean but motivated ground game to try to get out their vote in all these key states. Brian?
With Kelly O'Donnell and Lee Cowan starting us off tonight, it won't be long now. And we turn now to Wall Street, another huge late-day move in the stock market. This time, it took off like a rocket straight up. The Dow gained more than 889 points. That's the second biggest point gain ever. Most of the rally came in the last half hour of wild trading ahead of a potential Federal Reserve rate cut tomorrow. The big move upward came despite some bad news we heard earlier today. Consumer confidence has plunged to its lowest level in 41 years. In all the years it's been measured, expectations for business conditions and employment dropped sharply, even though lower gas prices are around. Didn't seem to have much of an effect on the negative consumer mood out there. We're hearing a lot about small businesses these days because in this economy, some of them are in big trouble. Small businesses, remember, means up to 500 employees. They generate most American jobs these days, so when they get hit with a credit downturn, we all tend to feel it. Our report from NBC's Tom Costello.
9 a.m. in Tampa today, and for Brian Fawarda, another 12-hour day at his dry cleaning business.
Where'd you tag that one at?
A business he says has hit a wall. Revenue suddenly down $20,000 a month, with customers cutting their dry cleaning trips in half.
When people bring in their clothes, you can just tell that they're wearing their clothes more and more and more.
Already, he's had to dip into savings, let several employees go, and may have to close one of 4 stores. His dry cleaners, one of 27 million small businesses in this country, each with fewer than 500 employees. But that's nearly half the nation's workforce, 58.6 million people. Today in Washington, a plea for help.
I'm here to tell you that many small businesses in America are in economic freefall.
The federal government is giving taxpayer money to big companies that have been horribly irresponsible, while responsible small businesses are not getting the money they need to keep their doors open.
In fact, a poll taken this month found 74% of small business owners feel the economy is getting worse, and 38% report having cash flow problems in the past 90 days. The question for Washington, how to help? As Congress considers a $150 billion economic stimulus package, Republicans and Democrats are facing off over the best medicine for ailing small businesses.
More jobs and greater economic growth. That is the formula we need.
The stimulus package should reduce taxes on small businesses so they have more money to spend in the manner they best see fit.
20.
While back in Tampa,
everybody is in the survival mode, you know, and just hopefully people have a savings account, you know, to survive this.
Fear that the worst may be yet to come. Tom Costello, NBC News, Washington.
If you saw an animated weather map of the nation in your travels today, then there's a good chance you saw the weather system making news tonight. The massive, swirling early winter storm over the east. It's pounding the mid-Atlantic. There are wind and rain and snow complications, even baseball ramifications. Tatiana Anderson of the Weather Channel is with us from Utica, upstate New York. Tatiana, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. The first big snowstorm of the season in the Northeast has made its mark. From the shores of New Jersey, where there are high wind warnings, straight to Vermont, the severe weather system has brought an early start to winter.
So we're officially in a rain delay, and we go.
It began moving in late last night when wicked rains forced the postponement of Game 5 of the World Series. A harsh cold blast is bringing wind, rain, snow, and some blizzard-like conditions to the Poconos, Adirondacks, and Green and White Mountains, where wind gusts are expected to be as high as 60 miles an hour on the backside of the storm tonight.
This is likely to go down as a historic October snowstorm.
All this as a huge dip in the jet stream pushes cold air as far south as Florida, where they've broken out gloves and scarves as the temperatures in Jacksonville are only in the upper 50s today. Tampa's in the 60s. Lows are expected to be in the 40s and upper 30s in Florida overnight. Portions of roads in New York's Catskills were snow-covered and slippery, causing dangerous conditions and numerous accidents. And some schools in rural Delaware and northern New York were closed because of wintry weather, with a few inches of snow expected there, but up to 12 inches are possible in the Adirondacks. The rain and snow is bad enough, but forecasters are also warning about wind. Blowing snow means poor visibility and the potential for power outages. This weather system has once again affected the World Series. Officials announced that Game 5 will not resume in Philadelphia until tomorrow night, weather permitting, of course. Brian?
Hard to believe we're talking about 60-mile-an-hour winds along the Jersey Shore tonight. Tatiana Anderson in Utica, New York, thank you for that report. America's most famous general is in the news today. David Petraeus has joined a chorus of other voices saying if the U.S. wants to get the upper hand in the war in Afghanistan, in addition to more troops, more resources, it should involve talking to the Taliban. It's been an issue in the election. Now the Bush administration is considering it. Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engels, just back from days of combat reporting in Afghanistan, back in the relative safety these days of Baghdad. And Richard, what can you tell us?
Good evening, Brian. This could be the start of a dramatic shift in U.S. policy, and the man to watch is General David Petraeus. On Friday, General Petraeus assumes command of CENTCOM, which is responsible for both the war here in Iraq and in Afghanistan. General Petraeus has said in the past that the United States can't fight its way, kill or capture its way out of the war in Afghanistan. He, as you remember, had some success in Iraq by negotiating with insurgents, convincing them to fight alongside the Americans against al-Qaeda. This appears to be the strategy the U.S. wants to now impose in Afghanistan. U.S. officials say they would not, however, sit down face-to-face with the Taliban, but negotiate through intermediaries. Brian?
All right, Richard Engel, fresh from Afghanistan, back in Baghdad tonight. Richard, thanks. And when our broadcast continues here this Tuesday night, what could be a less invasive new way to deal with an all-too-common source of chronic pain? And later, what kind of shape do you think our country is in? Tonight, we'll meet some folks who might just define the word optimist.
Always look on the light side of life.
Meet Erica. Grand Poobah of pasta. Chancellor of cheese. Connoisseur of cold. She keeps her ingredients in Glad bags, the easy way to help keep food fresh and handy. And now Glad bags are even easier to use. They're designed to grip with new taller tabs and more ridges. Effortless. Go easy. Get Glad.
What's the best value in arthritis pain relievers? Aleve. It's so strong it can stop arthritis pain all day with just 2 pills. That would take twice as many Advil or 4 times as many Tylenol. 2 pills, all-day relief. That's value. That's Aleve.
We had a health concern. Turned out to be nothing, but it got us doing more to protect our health, like taking silver.
Centrum Silver age-adjusted multivitamins have key antioxidants that help support natural cell repair.
Our health protection starts with Centrum Silver.
For the first time ever, enter the world of fairies.
Morning, girls! Tinkerbell!
And experience the fun. Experience the excitement. Experience the adventure of Walt Disney Pictures' Tinkerbell. An all-new movie on Disney DVD and Blu-ray High-Def today. Log on today to DisneyFairies.com for a sneak peek.
Enter the deep end of moisture. Only Olay Ribbons Body Wash adds a ribbon of actual moisture to wrap your skin in 2 times the moisturizers. Olay Ribbons Body Wash from Olay.
It's endless shrimp at Red Lobster. Indulge in endless choices of your favorite shrimp, including new shrimp in a spicy Cajun butter sauce. It's endless shrimp, our best value of the year. Ending soon at Red Lobster.
Where will you be when history is made, when the votes are counted, when America chooses its new leader? Be with NBC. Moment-to-moment Election Day coverage anchored by Brian Williams with Tom Brokaw and the best of NBC News. Decision 08, next Tuesday, 7 Eastern on NBC.
Time now for our series of reports on arthritis fighting the pain. Tonight, some cutting-edge research that might just eliminate the need for cutting for hundreds of thousands of joint replacements that surgeons now perform every year. Here with that, our chief science correspondent, Robert Bazell.
Sports injuries left James Harshaw with osteoarthritis of the knee. After 8 years of pain and still in his 40s,
It's a longboard. I don't do jumps or anything like that.
he had no desire for an artificial knee replacement.
Yeah, it's just depressing. You don't see yourself, if you've been active, kind of being sidelined.
After 5 minor surgeries failed to help,
2 centimeter lesion.
he found his way to Dr. Riley Williams at the Hospital for Special Surgery in New York, who is trying an experimental treatment for osteoarthritis.
This is a much shorter focal operation where you, through a very limited incision, much shorter time point, much less pain, you're able to go in and, if not stop the arthritis, certainly delay its progress.
You get a disruption of the cartilage here.
Osteoarthritis often begins as a small hole in the cartilage, the material that cushions the joints. Cartilage cannot regrow naturally.
A small hole is going to turn into a big hole eventually, just give it enough time.
So Dr. Williams' team tries to fill that hole with a piece of material made from the patient's own cells. Here's how it works. The surgeons snip off a tiny piece of cartilage from a healthy joint. That is broken into individual cells which multiply in a laboratory. These are then grown into a piece of plastic scaffolding, which makes a patch to fill the hole.
Is this in cell culture or what?
Yeah. At the University of California, San Francisco, a team of scientists is trying to develop more advanced procedures by using adult stem cells from the blood that could become an endless source of all kinds of cells.
I think it's going to be very, very doable that in 10 years from now, we can replace cartilage, muscle, and bone.
All right, watch out.
Harshaw says the scaffolding has helped him a lot,
I was surprised how quickly it's progressed. All right, pop up.
as the experimental procedures could someday help millions of others.
All right, the long one.
Robert Bazell, NBC News, New York.
By the way, there's more from this series, including more from last night's segment on the other option, joint replacement. It's all on our website, nightly.msnbc.com. When we come back here tonight, it's been a red state for years, but the Obama campaign is betting that this time things might be different.
In my mind, while America's oil and natural gas industry earns less than many others, we've reinvested more than $1 trillion since 1996. Part of an ongoing commitment using advanced technology to find new sources of energy while protecting our environment. We'll need 39% more oil and natural gas by 2030, and we're working to ensure reliable supplies of these vital resources to keep America going strong. Log on to learn more from the people who bring you oil and natural gas.
Thermacare wants to know, where does it hurt?
My knees.
Target the pain with Thermacare heat wraps. Thermacare delivers real heat that penetrates deep to relax tight muscles all day.
Nice.
Try Thermacare heat wraps and wear it where it hurts.
I'm Mark Goldston, Chairman and CEO of Net Zero. All internet providers take you to the same internet, so why pay more to get there? Net Zero is only $9.95 a month, and we give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-800-NET-ZERO or visit netzero.com.
I have COPD, which makes it hard to breathe. But now that I'm breathing better with Advair, I can be my son's first mate.
For people with COPD, including chronic bronchitis, emphysema, or both, great news. Advair helps significantly improve lung function. While nothing can reverse COPD, Advair is different from other medications because it's the only product with an anti-inflammatory and a long-acting bronchodilator working together to help you breathe better. Advair won't replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be used more than twice a day. People with COPD taking Advair may have a higher chance of pneumonia. Advair may increase your risk of osteoporosis and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking Advair.
Thanks, Dad. I'm glad I could help. Ask your doctor how Advair helps improve lung function for better breathing.
Find out how to get your first full prescription free at advaircopd.com.
I tried something new.
I tried something new.
I tried something new.
I tried something new to help make my heart stronger.
Stronger. Stronger. Smart Start.
Smart Start.
Smart Start. New strawberry oat bites. Light, crunchy squares made with heart-healthy oats. And the strawberry taste baked right in.
It's good to try new things. New is good.
Kellogg's Smart Start, one bowl stronger.
Before Obama hits primetime, Keith eyes the strategy behind Barack's media buy. Must vote TV? Countdown with Keith Olbermann. Tonight, only on MSNBC.
We are back with In Depth, and we go back to the presidential race. Those red states that Barack Obama wants, that John McCain is trying to keep in the red column. There are some surprising states in play this year, North Carolina among them. It's gone Democratic only once in the past 40 years. Tonight, NBC's John Yang reports on those 15 heavily sought-after electoral votes.
The Pantana's Pool Hall in Raleigh. They usually don't focus on politics.
Are you voting?
But these aren't usual times.
Campaigns are everywhere. It's one after another on TV.
No Democratic presidential candidate has won North Carolina since 1976. But this year, Barack Obama's campaign has worked hard and spent freely to change the dynamic, aggressively registering black voters and waging a massive campaign to get supporters to the polls.
We are literally going to knock on millions of doors and make a similar number of phone calls.
With rising unemployment and the abrupt sale of Charlotte-based Wachovia Bank, this once reliably red state has become a raging battleground.
Thank you very much. We have a tremendous army of individuals working on the ground right now, and we'll work right up until the polls close.
Voting's been going on here in North Carolina for about 2 weeks now. Lines like this aren't uncommon. So far, more than 1 million people have voted. That's about a third of all the votes cast in the last presidential election.
It's been harder for the Democrats.
Farrell Guillory of the University of North Carolina has watched the state's politics for decades.
Among the settled voters, Republicans have an advantage. And what we're going to learn this year is whether the Obama campaign has stirred up enough new voters to change the dynamics.
The candidates are paying a lot of attention to North Carolina, but this close to Election Day, and with polls showing the race a dead heat, it's door-to-door combat that could make the difference.
This is 1227?
The foot soldiers are volunteers such as Teresa Anbut. She's putting in as many as 30 hours a week for the Obama campaign.
We're saying to our families, we'll be back in about a week, and just, help yourselves, and we'll be back when we can. And
one more week of long days and late nights. John Yang, NBC News, Raleigh.
We learned today of an ominous sign of our times and changing habits. The Christian Science Monitor announced today it is getting out of the daily newspaper business after 100 years. It will remain as a website, but it's done as a daily paper. It'll come out now once a week on paper. In plain English, the internet and changing reader habits are killing the old newspaper business. Circulation is declining almost 1% every passing month. Just this week, the Gannett chain and the LA Times launched cutbacks, and the Newark Star-Ledger said it was cutting 40% of its staff. When we come back here tonight, for some folks swimming against the tide this year, we'll show you why the water's just fine.
Flu season is coming. At CVS Pharmacy and Minute Clinic, we want to help you stay healthy.
So we're making it simple to get a flu shot. It's quick and easy. You can get a flu shot in one of our pharmacies or Minute Clinic locations.
To find the most convenient location, call 1-888-FLU-SHOT or go to CVS.com.
If you have any questions about flu prevention or treatment, speak to me
or your local CVS pharmacist. CVS Pharmacy.
For all the ways you care.
Did you know 1 in 3 men will face prostate issues?
1 in 3, really?
That's why One A Day Men's is a complete multivitamin with selenium, which emerging research suggests can help prostate health. One A Day Men's.
Not sure who to believe on taxes? Try this. Enter your income, marital status, number of kids, then click. A nurse earning 60 grand, you get $1,000 under Obama. Under McCain, just $150. The Independent Tax Policy Center says Obama offers middle-class tax cuts 3 times as big as McCain's. Even leading conservatives say Obama's plan is better for the middle class. 1.5 million have tried it. You should too.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Frequent heartburn used to ruin my evenings, so I tried Prilosec OTC. It works all day and all night, so now heartburn won't keep coming back. Try Prilosec OTC, the round-the-clock heartburn blocker.
If you've had a heart attack caused by a completely blocked artery, another heart attack could be lurking, waiting to strike. A heart attack caused by a clot.
one that could be fatal. But Plavix helps save lives. Plavix, taken with other heart medicines, goes beyond what other heart medicines do alone to provide greater protection against heart attack or stroke and even death by helping to keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots. Ask your doctor about Plavix, protection that helps save lives.
If you have a stomach ulcer or other condition that causes bleeding, you should not use Plavix. When taking Plavix alone or with some other medicines, including aspirin, the risk of bleeding may increase. So tell me before planning surgery. And always talk to me before taking aspirin or other medicines with Plavix, especially if you've had a stroke. If you develop fever, unexplained weakness, or confusion, tell me promptly, as these may be signs of a rare but potentially life-threatening condition called TTP, which has been reported rarely, sometimes in less than 2 weeks after starting therapy. Other rare but serious side effects may occur.
This is a KGW News Channel 8 update.
Next, the dangerous discovery that forced emergency repairs on the Hawthorne Bridge. Also, a gas watch to make you top off your tank. Gas for under $2.50 a gallon. Find out where at 6.
I'm Matt Safino. We've got a couple of dry days left. Find out when the rain arrives and whether it'll hit the trick-or-treaters. All the news and weather at 6.
You know that question in opinion polls, including ours, that asks if our country's headed on the right track or the wrong track? Our last poll showed an overwhelmingly lopsided number, 78% to 12% believing America's on the wrong track. And we wanted to know, in the midst of 2 wars, a financial meltdown, and a vicious, at times, partisan public debate, who are these folks who say, you know what, I'm just kind of liking things the way they are? Well, NBC's Mike Taibbi went to find some of the folks who told our pollsters they think things are just fine.
Getting into a discussion.
54-year-old Mike Randall at a New Jersey auto repair shop demonstrating a better drill bit.
It's just a steady, even pressure.
A regional manager for an international tool distributor, Randall's a Republican with 2 kids and a homemaker wife who on one of Wall Street's recent nosedive days thought of emptying his 401k.
I came very close to calling my broker and selling it all off.
We're not on
But he didn't, and he was one of the 12% in our NBC Wall Street Journal poll last week who did not see gloom and doom.
There's a depth and a breadth to this culture that will always prevail. I have a faith in the American way.
He says friends and some relatives have challenged his faith in the steps taken by the U.S. and other governments. So, too, for New York graphic artist and Democrat Chris Hilditch, who says he's also heard some of those "what planet are you on?" questions.
My wife said the same thing to me.
Questions he and Randall both answer by saying, yes, this is a crisis, but it will pass.
I don't expect it to be fixed next month or in 6 months or a year, but we're headed in the right direction.
60 days from now, I think we'll be looking back on this in a sense of relief.
But if you're a hardworking middle-class family man and you make a living in sales calls to businesses like this one, your optimism, however sturdy, will have its limits. Randall's limit would be losing his job. Not likely, since in a recession people tend to fix things instead of replacing them. Hilditch's fear? If his one major investment in real estate went south, threatening his family's already frugal life.
We watch what we spend, exactly.
2 families still thinking positively, but aware, too, that the wrong track is just one negative step away. Mike Taibbi, NBC News, New York.
And that's our broadcast for this Tuesday night. Thank you for being with us. I'm Brian Williams. We certainly hope to see you back here tomorrow night. Good night.
Beyond cruel. Its owners say it was a mercy killing, but the vet who examined the dog says no way.
She was too emaciated, too skinny.
The evidence she provided that led to 2 arrests. Profiling Courage, she's one of the women attacked by serial rapist Richard Gilmore. How police are honoring her very public fight to keep him off the street. And ready to crumble? A routine check of the Hawthorne Bridge revealed something scarily out of the ordinary. A steel support cable damaged.
Ironically, the part that's broken is only a 10-year-old part.
The risk no one knew about until now.
From the KGW HD studios, where the news comes first. News Channel 8 at 6 starts now.
Hello, I'm Tracy Berry.
And I'm Joe Donlin. First at 6, dog owners arrested in an animal abuse case that triggered outrage in the community. The case came down to evidence and the work of a specialized vet who examined the dog and found a history of neglect. News Channel 8's Jane Smith has our story tonight. Jane?
Joe, it was the forensic evidence combined with the botched euthanasia that led Forest Grove police to arrest the dog's owners. Tonight, we're learning more about the veterinarian who...
You are the purpose of our work.
The reason
we run.
The reason we serve.
we will treat you with respect.
Like our family and friends. Because you
have feelings and emotions.
We are dependent
on you. The lifeblood.
The lifeblood
of our company.
We will treat you like our business depends on it.
Because it does.
Because it does.
Because it does.